have a confession. I'm a Ghost Adventures addict. Yes, that spooky paranormal show on the Travel Channel, now Discovery Plus, is my ultimate guilty pleasure. I've watched every episode, we're talking dozens of seasons, and I'm not even sorry about it. There's just something so entertaining about Zak Bagans and his crew yelling, "Dude, did you see that?" in haunted places at 3 a.m. Today, I want to take you on a fun, documentary-style journey through Ghost Adventures. Why it's great, how it started, its craziest moments, the behind-the-scenes drama, and why after all these years I'm convinced that maybe, just maybe, ghosts are real. Now don't get me wrong, I'm both a skeptic and a believer. Ghost Adventures somehow hits that sweet spot. It gives me chills one moment and makes me laugh the next. So buckle up and maybe leave the lights on, as we dive into the world of spirit hunting with the Ghost Adventures crew.
Stream. No! Go! These are our Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures didn't start as the long-running series we know today. It actually began as a one-off documentary film. Back in 2007, a young Zak Bagans teamed up with his friends Nick Groff and Aaron Goodwin to film a paranormal investigation in Nevada. The Ghost Adventures documentary aired on the Sci-Fi channel and featured now legendary haunted sites like the Washoe Club and the Goldfield Hotel. The ghost hunting trio captured some jaw-dropping footage, including a brick mysteriously flying across a room in the Goldfield Hotel, which helped launch their careers. The documentary's success led the Travel Channel to pick up Ghost Adventures as a full series in 2008.
Whoa! Nick, sit down for a second. Just sit down for a second. Sit down for a second. Sit down.
I don't know where I am.
All right, we're going to take a look at some footage here of a brick that takes flight, and here you can see it go off right here, right there. I'm going to bring up some graphics right here in a second that's going to show you of a straight line on which, if the brick was launched or pulled in any way, that it would have gone in a straight line, and you'll be able to see that underneath the line, you'll be able to see the brick come right here underneath the line there, kind of dip down underneath of it right there. Here's another view of it, dip down and kind of went in an arch there. So in my opinion, that it doesn't look like it's been tampered with.
The early seasons had a raw DIY vibe. It was just Zak as the lead investigator and narrator, with Nick and Aaron operating handheld night vision cameras during all-night lockdowns inside haunted locations. As the show gained popularity, quickly becoming the Travel Channel's highest-rated series by 2008, the production values increased. Over the years, the Ghost Adventures crew expanded, adding new investigators like Billy Tolley and Jay Wasley, and their arsenal of ghost hunting gadgets became more high-tech. The show's format evolved too. What started as a simple shaky cam ghost hunt turned into a more polished documentary style, complete with cinematic B-roll, expert interviews, dramatic reenactments, and even themed specials. They've now done over 25 seasons, investigating not just American haunt spots, but also locations around the world, from Italian islands to Old English pubs. Yet, at its core, Ghost Adventures has kept the same thrill factor. Each episode still follows Zak and the team locking themselves in a reportedly haunted place, provoking spirits, and trying to capture hard evidence of the paranormal.
I don't think those were on when we came in just now. Just now. I did it. Yes, it said I did it. Ooh. Did you just touch me? No. Holy bro. I just got poked in my butt like that. I thought you went like that. You didn't do that? No.
What I love is how the personalities have stayed front and center. Zak is the intense leader challenging demons, Aaron is the lovable scaredy cat who gets sent into the worst rooms alone, and the others, like Billy and Jay, bring their tech skills, often with a healthy dose of skepticism. This dynamic, along with the show's ability to adapt, has cemented Ghost Adventures as a staple of paranormal television for well over a decade. Its legacy includes inspiring spin-offs, aftershocks, deadly possessions and more, a haunted museum curated by Zak, and a huge fan community that treats Saturday night ghost hunts like the big game.
Doing?
Oh, where are you
I
at?
see all my friends tweet to you on Twitter.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's really annoying.
Not bad for a show that started with a few guys and a camcorder in a dusty old mining town.
It almost appears as if they're playing instruments. Then this fourth figure enters frame right, like it's jumping in to do a quick dance before walking off again.
Look at that one over there, dude. It's like playing drums in the middle.
Holy
They're on stage. They're performing.
Dude, think about it.
They're
It just,
performing.
everything that Jay just said,
Look
they
at the
came so
one
we could
on
watch.
the right. He's playing a guitar.
Look, they're
Bro,
stepping
he's
closer,
playing
closer.
a guitar.
He's what?
Look at the one on the right. Look at his arm. He's strumming the strings.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
Now let's talk about some of Ghost Adventure's most memorable investigations and the evidence that even made skeptics raise an eyebrow. Over the years, the crew has captured a catalogue of spooky phenomena: disembodied voices, mysterious mists, objects moving on their own, phantom footsteps, you name it. But a few episodes stand out as truly unforgettable. The Galka Family episode, Season 6. This one is often called the Mel Meter episode. It's a personal and emotional investigation where the crew helps engineer Gary Galka, who invented the Mel Meter after his daughter Melissa died, try to communicate with her spirit. The evidence here was chilling and touching. During a spirit box session in Melissa's bedroom, the device clearly spoke, "Hi Dad," and "Miss you all."
Not to mention, you recognize this as being Melissa's voice.
Did I hear Dad? I'd like to hear that again.
Goldfield Hotel and Washoe Club, original documentary and recurring. The Goldfield Hotel in Nevada is legendary in Ghost Adventures history. In their 2004 documentary, the crew filmed a brick violently flying across a room with no one around, a moment so iconic that Zak kept trying to recreate it in later visits. In a 2011 revisit, Zak was actually hit by a flying object in the Goldfield, almost as if the spirits there wanted an encore. The Washoe Club in Virginia City gave them one of their most famous pieces of evidence: an apparition caught on camera, a translucent figure at the end of a hallway, which Zak often calls their holy grail of evidence. These early captures are what convinced many fans that Ghost Adventures was really onto something supernatural.
This is a bottle-shaped anomaly that floats by. This is slow motion. This thing looks like, what is that?
Looks like a whiskey bottle.
Right?
Looks like
Just
looks
like a
beer
bottle being thrown or
You know
something?
what that is?
What?
That's one of the guys from the Millionaires Club walking through the bar with a beer in his hand.
That's
or
insane.
a bottle of whiskey in his hand.
And that's what
that is.
This was the gambling.
Poveglia Island, Season 3. This episode took the team to an infamously haunted island in Italy. It's notable because Zak himself appeared to be possessed or overtaken by a spirit's aggression during the lockdown, a genuinely scary moment for the crew. Whether you believe in possession or not, seeing the usually controlled Zak suddenly lose his cool and yell obscenities out of nowhere was unsettling. The evidence included EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, and mysterious sensations. But what really sticks with viewers is Zak's bizarre behavior. An episode that sparked a lot of debate on whether something truly entered him on Poveglia.
Extremely high EMF spike caused by this strange ball of light. This was so disturbing for me to personally watch that we are only showing part of what I believe is a demonic possession. I do recall as I look back at Nick, everything I saw was like a red filter over my eyes. Then I lost all memory of what happened after that point.
Aaron, come here. Hold this, hold this. Hold this.
Let go. Let go. Let it go. Let it go. Put it down. I'm right here. Let's go.
Letchworth Village, Season 4. Often ranked as one of the scariest episodes, the abandoned Letchworth Village for the developmentally disabled delivered some chilling evidence. The crew recorded what sounded like children's voices in an empty building and captured a figure on a thermal camera. Zak even called this investigation the most compelling evidence to date at the time, given the clear responses and the emotional weight of that forsaken place. It's a classic example of ghost adventures at its best. A creepy location, intelligent ghostly interactions, and the guys genuinely getting freaked out.
Scientific side to investigating, we begin scanning the entire area with our thermal imaging camera, which sees in temperature.
Is somebody here?
So that when they hear their own voice being reacted to by us, it creates a charge of energy so strong we can feel it happening in our own bodies as well, perhaps even opening ourselves up to physical contact.
Bobby Mackey's Music World, various seasons. Bobby Mackey's. This nightclub in Kentucky is said to house a demon and has been a recurring nightmare for the Ghost Adventures crew. In their first visit, season 1, poor Aaron was so scared in the basement well, the supposed portal to hell, that "Dude, run" became an early catchphrase. Zak got physically ill, and Nick claimed that something dark followed him home. The personal experiences were intense. They later returned in season 4 and again years later, each time capturing shadowy figures on camera and violent EVP threats. If any place convinced the crew that demonic entities exist, it's Bobby Mackey's.
Stop! 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 Run! Stop running!
Go back in.
Do not run!
Go back in.
Just then, our digital recorder on the chair captured this EVP that sounds like a man threatening me.
Coming to us?
No, wait, Nick.
I know.
Those are just a handful. I could also mention the Stanley Hotel, ghostly footsteps and a piano playing by itself, the Queen Mary ship, a full apparition caught on a thermal camera, or the Edinburgh Vaults, a teddy bear moving on its own in the dark. After so many ghost hunts, the Ghost Adventures archive of evidence is huge. Some skeptics argue it's all just tech glitches or theatrics, but others say there's too much documented weirdness to dismiss. Love it or doubt it, the show has produced moments that make you go, how do you explain that?
The only activity we captured here, about 10 minutes after the teddy bear moved, this camera's audio captured an unexplained voice which sounds like a young child. Did we capture the spirit of Jack playing with this toy?
Of course, after nearly 2 decades on air, Ghost Adventures has seen its share of controversies and drama behind the scenes. It's not all high fives and EVPs for the Ghost Adventures crew. One major shake-up was the departure of Nick Groff, one of the original trio. Nick Groff left the show in 2014 after the end of season 10. At the time, it was presented as him moving on to pursue other projects. Nick went on to produce shows like Paranormal Lockdown. But fans sensed there was more to the story, and they were right. In the years since, a lot of speculation and even some mudslinging has surfaced. The rumor mill says Nick's exit was due to tensions with Zak Bagans. Allegedly, Zak's growing ego and control over the show led to clashes. Nick supposedly felt sidelined as Zak became the clear frontman of Ghost Adventures, getting most of the screen time and making the creative decisions. There were even whispers about disagreements over the show's direction, like Zak's increasing focus on demonology in later seasons. Nick himself stayed relatively quiet for years, never explicitly bad-mouthing his former team. But in 2023, he finally spoke up in a video, implying that a certain former host had a habit of creating a hostile work environment and may have even used his influence to block Nick's new shows from getting picked up by networks. It's a classic band breakup story. Creative differences, personality clashes, and unanswered questions. Officially, we still don't have a detailed explanation for Nick's departure. Just a lot of he said, he said.
We have worked years to build our credibility, our reputation.
Another controversy fans often discuss involves the show's authenticity. Ghost hunting shows naturally attract skeptics who accuse them of exaggerating or faking evidence for entertainment, and Ghost Adventures hasn't been immune to this. For example, there was the infamous Demon House documentary Zak did. Some crew members quit over it, and critics thought it was overly sensational. Then there was the Demons in Seattle episode, where the team investigated claims that many in the paranormal community believed were a hoax. Zak ultimately concluded that the homeowner might have fabricated the phenomena, which stirred up debate. While Zak Bagans passionately defends the evidence they present as real, there's always online chatter questioning if certain scenes were played up or edited for scares. Aaron Goodwin once jokingly, or not, ranted on a podcast about reality TV tricks, which led to rumors he was briefly fired, though Aaron stayed on the show, suggesting it was just overblown gossip. Controversy just comes with the territory when you're chasing ghosts on TV.
Ah! Holy.
There's a bug.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. We saw a bug crawling on your nose.
Okay. I must admit, my most terrifying experience throughout our entire investigation is this bug crawling on my face. Ah!
And we can't forget the cast changes beyond Nick. Over the years, a few team members have come and gone. In the early seasons, equipment tech Billy Tolley and audio tech Jay Wasley joined and became regulars after Nick left, changing the group's chemistry but keeping the investigations going strong. The show also featured recurring guest investigators like the EVP specialist couple Mark and Debbie Constantino. Tragically, in 2015, the Constantinos died in a shocking murder-suicide unrelated to the show, which deeply rattled the Ghost Adventures community. That wasn't drama for the show itself, but it cast a sad shadow given that they were beloved collaborators in earlier episodes.
Debbie has been doing multiple EVP sessions by herself, and she's very excited because she's having a conversation with spirits that are calling her out by name.
I'm gonna play one more time.
In short, behind the cameras, there have been real-life frictions and hardships, strained friendships, ended projects, and the constant pressure to prove the paranormal is genuine. It's a reminder that making a ghost hunting show isn't all fun and games. Sometimes the scariest stuff is the off-screen drama. Despite the dark subject matter, Ghost Adventures can be a surprisingly funny and human show, often unintentionally. In the end, whether you're a believer or a skeptic, Ghost Adventures has undeniably brought the conversation about the paranormal into the mainstream. It's made ghost hunting cool and inspired thousands of amateur investigators to seek the truth on their own. As for me, I lean toward believing that there's something there. After seeing Zak and the crew provoke unseen forces and hearing disembodied voices answer back from the dark, it's hard to say it's all just imagination. My rational brain might whisper coincidence, but my gut, and let's be honest, my fear at 1 a.m. after a marathon of episodes, tells me the paranormal is real. Or at least I wouldn't want to spend a night alone in some of these places to prove otherwise. Ghost Adventures has been an incredible ride through the supernatural, blending entertainment with what often feels like genuine investigation. It's okay to watch with a grain of salt, but also with an open mind. As Zak Bagans famously says in the intro of each episode,
My name is Zak Bagans. I never believed in ghosts until I came face to face with one.
after all these years of following their adventures, I might not have seen a ghost face to face, but I've seen enough through their camera lenses to keep me wondering. And that, perhaps, is the greatest thing about the show. It keeps our sense of mystery alive.
Whoa, whoa. Something big on the right, dude. It's big and it's moving. What the is that? It's a cow. Jesus Christ. It's a cow in the road, dude. Oh my God, watch out, watch out. It's coming up. Watch out, Billy.
It's all right. He won't run into the car.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Okay.
That was a loose cow. That was a loose cow, Billy.
No.